Buddy, this is Zimzam Entertainment. Whew. It's been a while. I firstly want to give a shout out to my girl Violet Diaz for borrowing me her flag, Zimbabwean flag. Isn't it beautiful? Zimbabwe. Don't forget hashtag Zimbabwean Lives Matter. Well, today's entertainment is about two people, a young lady, 21-year-old lady, and an older man who seems to have participated in creating the problems that Zimbabwe have today. Okay, let's start. And don't forget, please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification button so that you get any notification if I post any videos. Okay, so there's a young lady in Zimbabwe by the name of Namatai Vongai. Now this girl is a 21-year-old, but very, very sharp, very, very brilliant. So Namatai, if you guys know or remember, she's the girl that actually discovered that there was a constitutional amendment that was being planned by the powers that may be, and it was to amend Bill 2. So apparently she brought it to people's attention and talked about it. So she and her friend Vongai, I can't remember the last name, but they decided to take this issue further and to make some inquiries. Unfortunately, they hit barriers and they were even arrested. Guys, seriously, they were arrested. Hi, this is Zimbabwe. So anyway, so 2 weeks ago, Namatai and Vongai were being interviewed by TREVOR on In Conversation with TREVOR. Guys, please go and watch that. This is like an eye-opener, especially to the youth of Zimbabwe. So Namatai said, and I quote, "Our future has been stolen. We must get it back." That is what this girl said on the show In Conversation with TREVOR. And she was just basically giving valid points, intelligent points, you know, talking about it's not about one person doing one thing. She says she doesn't even like it when, you know, when they go on social media and everybody's praising them and telling them that they are heroes. She feels that everybody is a hero and everybody has got a heroism or heroine in them, that if they put that to test, they can discover the power that they have, which is very true. And she also says it is not enough for people to be saying, I'm scared to do this because I don't want ABC to happen to me. She says it comes with consequences. Yes, there is backlash. Yes, there's consequences, but you have to be prepared to go through all that. Guys, Zimbabwean youth especially, if you guys don't come together, and this is also another thing that she says, that you guys need to unite and need to be consistent. You guys need to be fighting for the same thing. You need to be fighting for the same fight, and you need consistency. And it is not enough that one person does it. Each person can do it in their own small way. And as long as you all, it says, as long as you are doing the things together and consistently, you will succeed. So please watch In Conversation with TREVOR, Namatai and Vongai. Very, very good conversation. You know, those girls, those are the kind of ladies I would vote for. Those are the kind of future leaders that I would vote for. And because they're young, obviously, maybe because Namatai is 21 and Vongai is 23. So I think the only position they could get maybe is being MPs. But as for presidency, maybe if they're a little older. But this is another thing that needs to change in Zimbabwe. You know, we need to have a 50-50 gap between, you know, the youth and these old people that are still ruling. And the problem that why they are still ruling and running things is because majority of Zimbabwean youth are not interested in politics. Well, guess what? The lives you are leading have got something to do with politics. You cannot live a life without politics. It's practically impossible, because whatever it is, your job, your school, your education, everything was decided by a politician. So you have to start taking an interest. Don't just be on social media praising or shunning. You know, that doesn't work. Go onto the streets as well. Go and make your own inquiries about the Constitution. If you get arrested, you get arrested. You will be released. And I will quote another quote from Namatai that, you know, if you are not, if the transport industry in Zimbabwe won't kill you, then the hospital will kill you. If hospital will not kill you, something is going to kill you in Zimbabwe. So why, you guys have got nothing to lose. Why be scared to walk up and speak up and be heard and be seen? Don't be scared. You guys are the future leaders of tomorrow. And it's been 40 years while decisions are being made by old people who right now they've got dementia and they're fighting the dementia in their brains. And that's why they're stubborn. And today they deny that there's something wrong with the system. There's something wrong with the country. Anyway, Namatai and Vongai, you two ladies, I will vote for you. You have my vote. I'm not a youth, but I am advocating for a better Zimbabwe, for a better future for all you guys and all your children. Well done and keep it up. You guys, you are you are very, very intelligent. Even going to the Constitution and finding that there is something wrong. And even after being arrested, she still came out and spoke about it. She still came out and was on Trevor's show. She still came out, and that is a brave, brave young lady. Those two ladies, that is what I call bravery. That is what I'm ashamed that I couldn't even do what they did. You know, I'm ashamed. And what about you being a youth? Aren't you ashamed? Aren't you like, okay, maybe not ashamed, but you should be encouraged and motivated to also do the same. Anyway, I applaud you guys. Have started something that we cannot, you know, go back. We just have to move forward. And I'm urging the youth of Zimbabwe to start participating in these things. Please don't just be social media encouragers and bashers. Be heard and be seen. Be seen. You know, this is why ZANU and its people will always be in power. It's because they know that people are scared. So if people are scared to do things, these people are not going anywhere. The old people are not going anywhere. Remember, the Mnangagwas, the Mugabes, the whoever's so-called freedom fighters, they went to war at the age of 16. They fought for that country to be liberated. That is why they want to cling to power, because they were not scared to go and die for the country. And this is why today they are not scared to die for it. Are you? You, the youth. Are you? Are you as brave as they were? You have to show that you are braver and take over the country. Take your future back. Anyway. We're going to move on to Mr. Professor Jonathan Moyo. Now, Jonathan Moyo, I really don't understand where this guy stands, you know. So I just did a bit, well, I didn't do much of research because you just put in his name, Jonathan Moyo, and Wikipedia is like, ta-da! There's so many things that are written about this man. So the first thing I want to point out is that there is something in Zimbabwe, I don't know how many know about it. It's called the Public Order and Security Act, POSA, P-O-S-A. So this act was formed by Jonathan Moyo and Emerson Mnangagwa, okay? I think it was formed in 2002. So let me read this. It says, the Public Order and Security Act, POSA, is a piece of legislation introduced in Zimbabwe in 2002 by a ZANU-PF dominated parliament. The act was amended in 2007. The chief architects of the act when it was formulated were Jonathan Moyo and Emmerson Mnangagwa. Many regard POSA as an act that helped Robert Mugabe consolidate his power. The law gave untold powers to the police, the Zimbabwe Republic Police, and its military. It is still under debate in the new term of the rule, and it is arguably an unfair plot against human rights. POSA has since been applied against demonstrations by the government. On August 1st, 2018, the law was invoked, resulting in the army fatally shooting protesters against alleged rigging of the Zimbabwean general elections 2018. So, Jonathan Moyo, today, he is bashing Emmerson Mnangagwa, he is bashing ZANU-PF. This guy was part of this ZANU-PF. He also played a major role in this POSA thing. Why we are having problems with this Public Order Act, it is Jonathan Moyo and Emmerson. Those two started this thing. Okay, and there's also the Access to Information and Protection Privacy Act, AIPA. Guys, this one also, Jonathan Moyo, together with Chinamasa, they also formed this thing. So this man, Professor Moyo, has been involved in a lot of policy formulations for Zimbabwe. And this is why sometimes it is difficult for things to change, because these were passed in parliament. I mean, yes, in parliament, and they are also part of the constitution. Anyway, so I was reading here about Jonathan Moyo, who I know most of you know that he's been in and out. 1 minute he was against Mugabe, then they became holy, nicey. Then he was supporting Mugabe, and then he fell out again with Mugabe, and then he was supporting Mugabe. Then he was like almost leaning towards MDC, and then he started, dude, paumire chaipo nde papi. De papi, because it seems like, you know, you move towards the warmth when things are looking nice. You want to move towards that side. The minute they are bitter and you don't like it, they become your enemies. So the reason I'm mentioning this, guys, is that there is so much information that Jonathan Moyo is providing to the public about ED. Fine, these people are fighting, these people have their own bone to chew, but just know that neither one of them has got Zimbabwe's Zimbabweans at heart. You know, they don't care about Zimbabweans. They're just gonna publicly bash each other, and because they've got squabbles. Moyo was ousted by ED, and of course I'm sure some of their squabbles date way back. They don't like each other, but none of them are going to bring the solutions that we need for Zimbabwe. So if ED steps down or is removed or out or whichever way, and you see people like Jonathan Moyo coming back and taking positions, people should not allow that, because they are part and parcel of the same old ZANU-PF Chikwata. We do not want anything ZANU, anything past, present or future ZANU coming into power, whatever happens to this current government. So he's equally corrupt, because apparently in 1993, he was a program director for a Ford Foundation in Nairobi. He departed under a cloud after allegations that he had embezzled $88,000 from the organization. As of 2018, he was still under indictment in Kenya. So this is 2020. We don't know how far this thing is, and it is also believed that the man is in Kenya. Anyway, that's none of our business. Our business is that he shouldn't bring it back to Zimbabwe. And also in January 1998, he moved to South Africa to to the University of Witwatersrand, Wits, okay, to work on a project entitled The Future of the African Elite, sponsored by W.K. Kellogg Foundation. So Wits later claimed that he had absconded with part of a 100 million rand research grant for the project. Really? In October 2006, Moeletsi Mbeki, younger brother of former South African President Thabo Mbeki, and Witwatersrand University separately applied for an order to have Jonathan Moyo jailed the next time he visited South Africa. I don't know, but is this why he didn't go to South Africa together with his friends when, you know, when the soft coup happened in Zimbabwe? I don't know. But there's just a lot of these things, that stories about this man, that, you know, in the mere space of 7 years, Moyo went from being a fervent critic of the government of Robert Mugabe to being its fiercest defender, and then again to being one of its foremost critics, a fact that renders him a mystery to many Zimbabweans. You know, so yeah, we really don't know where this man stands. Analysts and observers and ordinary people have labeled him an opportunist because of this puzzling behavior, including George Charamba, his former friend and ally. So yeah, Professor, I don't know, there's just some information here. And another piece here, it says Mugabe fiercely criticized Moyo in June 2014, saying that Moyo was planting seeds of division in ZANU-PF by attacking his opponents within the party through the media. According to Mugabe, Moyo had appointed newspaper editors sympathetic to the opposition. Mugabe stressed that party members should not be enemies and differences should not make you want to attack them in the paper, which is what he is doing today. Today, he's enemies with ED and the faction. There's which one? Oh, Lacoste, eh? Okay, because he was the G40 side. The Lacoste, the ZANU Lacoste. So he will attack them, and he's good at that. Very, very good at that. So I really don't know where this guy stands. I don't know. And so we should take whatever he says with a grain of salt, because he definitely doesn't care about the people of Zimbabwe. He helped, you know, form up these restrictions and the POSAs and the AIPAs. I wonder also what he thinks about the 3.5 billion to the white people. So please don't forget to subscribe, and of course remember, no YouTubers left behind. See you in the next video.